Welcome back to In the Mirror with Felicia and Jalicia.
Hi, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about mental health. This is Mental Health Month. So we did want to dive into just us as a community taking care of ourselves. There is a stigma within our community when it comes to mental health. So it's something that we try not to talk about. And it's time that we stop doing that. We do need to talk about the topic of mental health. For Mental Health Month, we decided that we were going to one journal, that we are also going to seek a therapist, and then we're also going to focus on self care. And so we're going to have a self care day. And I have started my journaling. I find that it's an easy way for me to deal with some of the things I have to deal with throughout the day. I get to write about it, and so it kind of gives me that outlet. For you, started your journaling?
I like beforehand, but I didn't really take it seriously. But now I am taking it seriously and I'm journaling. With journaling, as me putting all like the thoughts that I have in my head that I may not want to say to someone, but I want to put it down, and then I might look back at it later to really understand the way I was feeling.
So is it giving you like a new perspective on something that you may have felt strongly about, and now you get to write it and you get to read it, and so with that, now you can look at it from a different perspective than the one that you were, receiving in that moment?
Definitely, yes, definitely.
Okay, because that's how it is for me. I definitely feel like when I put it on paper, it gives me time to think about my feelings and also to think about what the other person may have been feeling at that time. And then sometimes I don't even have a problem. Like I just journal and just have my thoughts on paper because I have a hard time going to sleep at night too. To me, being able to get my thoughts out of my head and on paper is very helpful as well because I do have a hard time falling asleep at night just because I have so many thoughts in my head. But I
I
don't
care that
care.
people question my character. Someone questions my character. I think that's the problem. I shouldn't care that people question my character, but that's an
Why
issue.
would you care?
I don't know why I do.
Like
I think I struggle with that, so that's probably what it is. But I
that's
know I'm
where
a good person.
that's where therapy comes in. I know that you're a good person. And I think that most of
I'm
your
gonna do
friends
everything.
know
Yeah,
that you are a good person, like you're a good friend. Um, you're normally the person in a friend circle that's trying to get everyone together and to make things
because
happen.
memories are important.
Yeah, memories are important.
You're
Here
not
she
here
go.
forever.
Yeah, memories are important, and so have those
I
special.
encourage a lot of people to make memories with their friends.
Yeah, so she does. I don't know why it's so funny, but okay. I'm not in on the joke, but okay. You encourage everyone to make memories with your friend. Got it.
With their friends.
With their friend.
Mm-hmm.
That is important. Friendship is important. I think I did a recent post where Michelle Obama was talking about the importance of friendship and that it should not be something that's like in fourth or fifth place, that it should be right up there with career and children and family. That's where friendship should be. So it should be a priority. It shouldn't be taken for granted. So I think it's really important for your mental health to have relationships that are supportive. And so that's another thing, that make sure your circle of friends are the right people.
Mm.
And I think we talked about this before, but it's just so important that you really make sure that you have. And sometimes it's not always easy, but really try hard to find people in your life that are going to support your ideals, your passion. Um,
If you see that that person doesn't add something to your life that is positive and they're not bringing negative into your life,
friends. I mean, all your friends don't have to be exactly the same. You're not
yeah,
looking
you
for
don't
someone that's
have to.
exactly the same as you, but you do want to have
You want to have some.
some friends that you can tap in when
I
you're.
think it's important to have friends that have the same values as you.
Mhm. And so, if that's from a spiritual place or if that's career, you guys are on the same path
Mm-hmm.
career wise, that you guys
Your
can
friends,
share and support
yeah,
each other
I
and help
know.
each other grow. it is a stigma in our community to seek therapy. For me, I do believe in having a therapist or a psychiatrist. I was doing it before May. I think it's something, if you don't do it on a regular basis, that you at least do it quarterly or twice a year, or at least once a year. I don't know. Some people think that, oh, if I go to a therapist, that means I have a problem. And that's not what therapy is for me. For me, it's more like a life coach. So I go to my therapist the same way I go for my annual physical. I go check in with my therapist, let them know what's going on in my head, things that may cause me anxiety, or things that I'm trying to get going in my life, goals that I have, and maybe some of those things may be bringing some type of stress into my life in that very moment. But once I get to speak to a professional about it, puts me in a different perspective and allows me to reorganize my thoughts and come up with a game plan. So for me, it's more of a life coaching session than it is just, well, let's talk about your childhood trauma. Um, I don't really have any of that. So that's not really what therapy is for me. For me, it is more of a life coach
Also, you
situation.
have different therapists for different reasons. So,
Yeah, you do. You have different ones for different reasons. Today was the first day that she had a therapy session. So let's talk about that. How did that go for you?
since it was my first um session, we didn't really talk about like solutions or anything. It was more of her getting to know me, and I don't really know. Like, I can't really tell you like, oh, I like it or not, because I was just telling her who I am as an individual. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. And did you feel good afterwards?
I felt the same.
So this is not something that she was on board with. It was like, okay, I want you to try this because I want her to early in life realize that it's not, that it's okay, that it's normal to seek
And I'm
out.
not I'm not saying that it's not normal. It's just that I'm talking to someone that doesn't know me and
Hmm.
stuff. And yeah, like,
And that's the whole
you know.
point, is that you're talking to someone who does not know you. So I think that's an important part because, of course, yeah, we're best friends. We talk all the time. But even with that, sometimes I think that it's just healthy to talk to someone because immediately, if you tell me something that's hurting you, I want to fix it.
Mhm.
Even though sometimes I can't fix it and I have
Yeah.
to keep myself from trying to fix it. Sometimes it's just good to share your thoughts and your feelings with someone who's unbiased and that can really kind of, unpack what's going on with you. You just graduated from college. And so
Mhm.
that in itself, it's a lot to unpack. You left a dorm room and now you're having to start adulting.
Yeah, I got 2 years for off your insurance. So
She's counting down when she's off my insurance. Okay, that's funny. Oh no, you have 3 years.
no, it's 24.
Now 25.
Okay, yay.
Yeah, yeah, really.
Guess I'm gonna be able to pay for it.
Well, yeah, you do need insurance, and insurance that help pay for the therapy. So insurance
Expensive.
is important, not only for your mental health, but your physical health as well.
Mhm.
Earlier, she shared with me, and we did not talk about this on camera. I shared with her that the psychiatrist that she met with today is also a pastor. And so she got very emotional and she started tearing up. I don't know why you laughing. She was tearing up. And it was kind of an ugly cry. I don't,
It was not.
I think
It was
it was
not.
kind
It
of,
was not.
it was, it was
Mm-mm.
a little bit
Mm-mm.
as much of an ugly
No,
cry.
because the other side you're making noises and stuff, and I wasn't making noises. I
It
didn't have
wasn't
snot
noisy, but
and all that stuff.
it wasn't
Like, it was
noisy.
just, a little like, A little Bridgerton cry.
A Bridgerton cry.
Yeah.
You was sorrow, sorrow. No,
It
was not sorrow, sorrow. It was like
it was not like that. It was not like that.
no.
It was not like that.
That's what I heard.
Dramatic.
That's what I heard.
You need to be on the next Bridgerton show.
That's what I heard. No, it was not Cyrus. No,
it was Cyrus.
I'm like, what's wrong?
For sure.
Anyway, so she got emotional because she realized in her sharing some things with the therapist about her beliefs as a Christian and them sharing that in common. She realized in that moment why it was so easy to talk to the therapist about those certain topics. And that kind of, she didn't know beforehand why it felt so natural. But now she knows why. And so she got emotional about it. So, yeah. But I knew that would probably be an element that would work for you as well.
Because you told me to talk to my pastor before.
Yeah.
Anyway, too.
But it was someone she knew, and so it wouldn't be unbiased. And so that was our first session. And that's really just a get to know you kind of session. And I think they're going to really start unpacking some things on the next session. And then after she goes to her second session, it's completely up to her whether or not she continues to, if it's right for her. Because if it's not right for her, I don't want her to force herself to do something she doesn't want to do. And I also don't want to fund something financially that she does not want to do. So she can go back to her second session. I think it's going to take more than 2 sessions to know, but I'm familiar with this person, so I really think the second session she'll be sold. The third thing that we're doing to preserve our mental health is that we are also doing self-care. And when we started talking about this, we wanted to be very clear on the difference between caring for yourself and self-care.
Like getting your hair done.
That is caring for yourself. Caring for yourself is doing the things that you're supposed to do for yourself, like getting your hair done, making sure your nails are nice, and taking care of whether you go and get a manicure or you just do it yourself. That is caring for yourself, and that needs to be a part of your schedule as well. But self-care is doing the things that allow you to calm down and be at one with yourself. So
that could be reading a book.
That could be reading. That could be walking in nature.
I would also like yoga.
Yeah, that could meditating. And meditating. For me, I'm trying to do that at least once a week, trying to get 2 hours in.
I'm telling her that she should at least do 30 minutes a day to yourself. 30 minutes a day. There's 24 hours in a day. You can take 30 minutes to yourself to do something for yourself and only yourself, by yourself. Boom.
Okay, I'm going to work on that for June. Okay.
2 hours on Sunday. How's that enough?
I think 2 hours on Sunday is enough.
We can start with that.
I mean, I'm going to start there now, and then I'm going to work my way to 30 minutes a day. So I'll start in June. I'm going to start in June, and you guys can start with us in June.
30 days?
What's that?
I don't know what we're talking about.
Why did you
30 minutes. Sorry. 30 minutes a day in June. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, 30 minutes per day in June. That's what I'm going to do. I'm agreeing to 30 minutes.
Y'all hear this?
Of self-care.
We're going to check in every day.
Per day in June. That's what I'm going to do. That's very, very hard for me. That's very, very hard for me.
Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. See you next time.